Well, good Thursday. Here we go. Live look out right now from this is our Plaza Cam. We've got clouds out there. Clouds, rarely do we praise them, but today and tomorrow, it's a good thing if you're not a fan of the heat anyway, because remember just yesterday we had high temperatures that were the hottest so far this year. Not terrible. You know, it's June. It's supposed to get hot. But it was our warmest day so far in 2025. We hit 88 yesterday. We had heat index in the 90s. Today the clouds came in. That fights the heat back, and we're going to do that for a little while longer before the sun comes back, and as soon as that happens, temperature is going to go right back up. So that's going to have a say on our Father's Day weekend, and we've got a little rain in there, but generally we've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So let me show you the updates here as we move ahead toward Father's Day weekend. All right, so this is the first thing I want to show you, and the atmosphere is plenty capable of being hot. Look at the orange. That is where it's sunny, where it's hotter. That's north, east, south, and west, all surrounding us. But in the middle, we've got this clump of yellow and green. That is an area of low pressure, and the clouds that it provides, and the rain too, at least in spots, bring temperatures down a little bit. That's what we had today, and that's what we have tomorrow. So we still are under that shield of shade from the clouds. It's going to trim our temperatures back a little bit, but by the time we hit Saturday, there we go. The clouds are gone, and we're back into the heat. Saturday is going to be a pretty hot day. So tomorrow, Friday, is going to be one of the nicest days in the forecast. It's a lot like today. We've got a high of 82, so if you don't like the heat, that's the one for you. That's as cool as we will get for high temperatures over the next week. There is a slim chance for rain, mainly in the morning, and then late afternoon sunshine will come in. It's going to be nice as we get to the late part of Friday. Now, we do have a little bit of rain out there. We've been talking about this through the day, how we've got a little chance, and there's some that's moving in. Let's zoom in here. We'll go, it's on the south side of the metro, so we've got it by Olathe, little spot over here by, what's this, where are we at? We're north of 435 here, so we're over by Leawood and Waldo, getting a little bit there, and then Overland Park. So just little spots of some downpours. Independence, you've got a little bit too over by Blue Springs. This won't be much. You might get a quick clap of thunder out of that, but a little heavier or more widespread over by Lawrence. So just know that as we go through this evening, there's going to be a rain chance. It's fairly spotty, just 20%. Right now it's higher than that in the metro because we're getting it, but any one spot, any one backyard, it's going to be rather isolated. Temperature's going to be in the 70s as we go throughout this evening, and then tomorrow morning looks a lot like we had. Tomorrow's almost a carbon copy of what we have today. All right, so morning 60s, it's still muggy. The humidity is not going to go anywhere. And then 70s as we get to lunchtime, and then your afternoon high. Today we hit 81. Tomorrow we're going to hit 82. So, I mean, about the same stuff. I mentioned the humidity. Let me show that to you. So look at, this is a sign that summer is now established. All right, we are in a summer weather pattern. And rather than getting the humidity where it goes up and down, and we get comfortable days, and then it gets muggy for a day or two, now it's just consistently going to be humid. Now, we may catch days after a front comes through where the humidity knocks down, and then it gets, brought up into a miserable category, but generally just plan on muggy conditions as we move ahead all the way through much of the summer. So this weekend, let's look at Saturday. I dropped the rain chance. It looks like sunshine and steamy. We're going to be in the upper 80s, and it feels like 90 to 93. So hot on Saturday, hot on Sunday in the afternoon, 90 to 95. Not oppressive, not record-breaking, just a little hot. All right, 88 with an isolated storm chance. So we could see a stray storm on Father's Day. I'll show you that here in a minute. But this is really the main thing here is Friday is the only day that's below normal at 82. After that, we'll call it a warm wave. I wouldn't call it a heat wave unless we were pretty deep into the 90s. But we will have several days that will be above normal and flirting with 90. We have a chance at our first 90-degree day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because, again, we still haven't hit that. But we're going to be close, so a little warm stretch for us there. Rain chance, tomorrow 20%. Saturday looks dry. Father's Day, 20%. And then after that, I do believe that next week, we'll see some storms pop up. We'll probably have a first warn on one of those days where one day will jump out among the rest. Right now, the systems that are going to be around, they haven't really settled into which day they're most likely to produce storms. But there's going to be some scattered storms next week, just a general uptick. I don't see like big, widespread, everybody getting slammed right now, but just a little bit more wet weather around. So temperatures at the moment, let's look at that. Should be back in the upper 70s. There you go, 77 in Kansas City. And I'll show you the first warn future radar. Now, it doesn't have much for us tonight, but we just saw that we've got a little bit on radar. See, it doesn't pick up on it, which whenever it gets real light like this, sometimes they miss it. So there's tomorrow morning, and it's holding it out south and east, but like we're seeing this evening, don't be surprised if under the envelope of that cloud cover, you get a quick little shower like we're seeing this morning. And that possibility is up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. After that, it should be dry, and here comes some sunshine mid to late afternoon, and it'll be really pleasant. So Friday, hour by hour, shakes out like this. I showed you the morning, but here you can see the difference between the morning and the afternoon. There comes the sunshine after 2 o'clock. So 4, we're at 82, light northeast wind. 7 p.m., evening plans look awesome. It's going to be good. All right, now let's get to that 7-day. And we have Boulevardia on Saturday. I've not been to that event, but it sounds amazing. I mean, you get beer, you get food, you get music. What else do you want? So here it is. Temperatures 80s pretty much through the entire event. I guess if you're out late enough, you could drop back to the 70s, but it does look good to go. And then Father's Day, if you're going to see a thunderstorm, it would be in the afternoon, and it's just a 20% chance. So don't make your plans around it. Just know it's not impossible at this point. We're going to watch that chance real close for you, but at this point it doesn't look great. Upper 70s, 70s for much of the morning, and then, if Dad's golfing, the morning's best. All right, then we get into next week. And let me show you Monday. This is what I'm talking about. See some scattered storms around on Monday. That's just a chaotic look to me. It tells me the computers, the way how the storms are even moving from northwest and then from east to west, the computers don't have a good handle on what that looks like for next week. So I want to get some more clarity on that. But there's something around each of those days, and we'll see which one ends up popping up the most. Then we get to Wednesday. Wednesday's got a cold front. Cold front's a relative term this time of year. It only drops our temperatures back a little bit, but humidity should come down a hair. And then it sweeps out the moisture for Juneteenth. So Juneteenth does look dry at this point. So there we go, everybody. Let's see if we've got any questions. Drama Queen. What's Drama Queen, Ray? This is going to be warm. Pamela, you're very welcome. All right. So there we go, everybody. Hey, we're going to have updates for you coming up at 10 o'clock. So we'll see what adjustments, little tweaks we have for you there. If anything new pops up. In the meantime, hope this was helpful, and hope you have a great evening. Take care. We'll see you at 10.